Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be taking you through this AI UGC production workflow. I'm going to show you how it works, how to set it up, and yeah, let's get straight into it. I'll start off by just showing you the output that we get from this workflow, and then we'll move into a bit more of a detailed description of how it works, and then we'll head into setting it up. But you can download this workflow from the description below in my free school community, so head down there, join the group, and this free workflow will be yours, and you'll be able to create production ready UGC videos with complete character consistency throughout all of the videos, and you can generate videos as long as you want, which is the beauty of this system. So let's just show you this quick demo.
Nitro Pump is exactly what I need for these early mornings. The energy boost helps me tackle my training sessions. Honestly, other pre-workouts made me feel jittery, but this Nitro Pump is so smooth and the taste is actually incredible. Honestly, Nitro Pump helps me maintain focus during intense training sessions. The mental clarity it provides is just next level.
So you can see that's one example of an output of the system. How it works is we are using Nano Banana Pro and Veo 3.1 to generate 8-second clips, and then we're joining the clips together using Veo AI and the FFmpeg API to actually combine the clips and make our 24-second video. So there's 3 8-second scenes combined together, 24-second clip, but essentially we can edit this workflow to create us as many scenes as possible if we wanted to. But let me just show you the Airtable database, and then we'll go into n8n and I'll show you the n8n workflow. So inside of the Airtable database we have 3 tabs: the product tab, the models tab, the video tab. So essentially how this system works is we start in the products tab, we add our product in. So you can see we have the Nitro Pump one, and you just have to fill in all this information here. But what I've actually included in here for you guys is all you need to do is just put a product name and your product image, and then you can just click generate info and it will just autofill this information for you if you don't want to type it out. But if you want to type it out, it's completely up to you. The model section, again, you just need to give it a really brief prompt, because within n8n I've actually got a prompt enhancer which makes the prompt more enhanced when generating the model images. So I'll show you how it will works in a second. Then we can just add whatever product we want to our model. So you can see here that we have our model image and then another model image. But if we wanted to add a different product to one of these models, we could just duplicate our model and change our product here, and then just click add product, and then it will give us that. Now moving on to the video section, a few different views here. This is a general overview, so you can see we have frames, scenes, media, video prompt, model, status. Now how this works is I've basically just broken it down into a 3-step process. You can see here it's labeled 1, 2 and 3. So what we would do is we would create a new video here, and we would just give it a basic video prompt. For example, you can see here, for example, Nitro Pump video advert, video promo in kitchen, strong hook and CTA. Once we've done that, we can come to the frame section and we can actually generate our frames. So these are going to be the starting frames for the scenes that we generate. Now Once the frames have been completed, we can then move to scenes and we can generate our scenes. You can see we have 3 scenes there. Once our scenes have been generated, we can move to videos and click create video, and that's going to fuse the scenes together to create a production ready UGC video with consistent characters. And yeah, so pretty easy Airtable database. I've tried to make it as simple as possible for you guys. This is actually the version 2 of a similar system that I've shared on this channel before. I'm working on a version 3 which will be way more professional, and I'll be releasing that soon in my school community. But yeah, that's just the rundown of the Airtable database. Now let's move to n8n and I'll walk you through that step by step, and then we can actually test this out and create a few videos. So in n8n, you can see you've got a few different sections. Now I've actually got them color coded. You can come in here and have a look at them. So here in the purple section we have the generate product info. All we're doing here is we've got a webhook, getting the record, then in this HTTP request we're downloading the product image. Then we're using an analyze an image node, and we are basically just trying to get as much information from the image as possible. You can see here quite a large prompt, but essentially all it's saying is give me the elements, foreground, midground, background, breakdown, colors, palette strategy, typography, human elements, all that stuff is in here. Then we've got our metadata agent. That's basically just categorizing all that information and cleaning up all that information that we've just pulled out of the previous step. So when the output comes out of here, it's just one text block. This here is formatting that text block into more of a structured data output. Then we've just got another AI agent, and all that's doing is creating our product information. So you can see that it's taking all of the data from the previous step, the metadata agent, and it's basically just going to fill in all this information for us here. Then moving on, we've got the model step. We're actually using Key AI, which we've used on this channel multiple times before, to generate our images with Nano Banana Pro. So pretty similar. We've got a webhook, we've got a get a record node, and then we've got our prompt enhancer, like I mentioned earlier. So the prompt enhancer is just taking our basic prompt and expanding on it and making it a Veo 3, not a Veo 3, sorry, a Nano Banana ready prompt. Then we're just generating it and we are uploading it back to Airtable. Very similar for the next step. We're just going to be adding a product image into our model image. So the model will be holding our product image now. Then we're creating our video frame. So what we're doing here is we're just generating 3 video frames, or 4 video frames, or 5, however many you want. I'll show you how to change it later in the video, but for the purpose of this video I've just got it set to 3. So we're generating our video frames using Key AI. So I'll show you the prompt in here. Okay, so I've got it to set to 4 frame generation. So we're generating 4 frames. It's just taking all of the data and it's giving us 4 images, which we can then animate those images and create our scenes in the next step. But we've got a webhook, a get a record node, and then we've got an update, a record node, and that's just going to change the status from new or frames completed to processing, and I'll show you all of that in a second. We're then using Key AI again to do that. Then moving on to the scene generator, again, you can see that it's pretty much just copy and paste. We're just changing a few things within the AI agent, and then obviously the HTTP request and the APIs that we're using. So here we're using Nano Banana, here we're using Veo 3. But the scene prompt here is what I wanted to talk a little bit about. So when you look through this, you'll see that there's a lot of me trying to drill into the prompt. Don't include text overlays, captions, subtitles, because one thing that I found was Veo 3 would just have a mind of its own and create random transitions at the end of videos, and obviously when you're combining clips together, this isn't what you want to do. So you can see in here that I've repeated myself a lot, but that's just to drill in to the prompt and the AI that don't do this. These are the rules. But yeah, when you come in here, feel free to change it to however you want your videos to look like. Now, again, in the system prompt, it's pretty much the same. So you can see here, I've got like loads of critical requirements. And then at the end of the prompt, we have, again, critical requirements, never include this, only include this, critical. And then we have a negative prompt here again. So come in here, have a look at that, change it as you want. But moving on, we're then gonna combine the clips using FAL and FFmpeg. We have talked about FAL on this channel before. What it is it's just basically like Key AI. It's just basically just a store of a bunch of API keys. You can actually use Nano Banana and all of that with FAL, which you can do with this, but I just used Key AI just because I've already built these systems, so it was just kind of copy and paste, if that makes sense. But yeah, we're just combining the clips together, so you can see here. In this request, we have our 3 scenes, and we're calling FAL AI combine video. And then we're just gonna combine our video, get the status, and then get the response URL and put it back into Airtable. So that's a very quick rundown of the system. I hope it made sense. It's very easy to understand once you run through it a couple times and test it out. But yeah, I built the system to replace ArcAds. So I don't know if you've heard of ArcAds. It's like a big UGC creation platform where they're basically using tools like Nano Banana, Veo 3, Sora, all of that to create production ready UGC videos. But the only problem with ArcAds is the ridiculous pricing. Starter plan is £76.50 a month, and you only get 10 credits. And then the creator plan's £153 a month. This system here literally costs, you can make a video for less than $2. So yeah, like do with that as you will, but that was my idea when creating the system, because UGC and AI UGC content is massive right now. It's booming. It's everywhere, all over socials, and you can see here that here are a few examples of the ArcAds outputs. And like I mentioned, I've actually gone in here and told Veo 3 not to include any subtitles in that, but you can change that and essentially just have pretty much ArcAds for a fraction of the price, bar obviously the price of Airtable and the price of n8n. All you have to do on top of that is top up your OpenRouter account, top up your key account and then top up your file account. But let's run this a couple times and I'll show you a few different outputs and we'll play around with it, and then we'll actually move on to setting this up, and I'll show you how to put all your API keys in so you can start using this for yourself. Okay, so we're back in Airtable now, and I've basically just got this product image off of the internet, and then, well, I found an ad on the internet and then basically told Nano Banana to remove everything and just keep the product. So we've got this, I've just given it a name, and then all I'm gonna do, because I can't be bothered to type out category, description, key features, brand voice, and ICP, I'm just gonna hit generate info, and then we're gonna wait for the info to populate the correct fields. So yeah, cool. So all of our product information has been populated. So let's quickly take a look at it. Category, cool. Description, cool. Perfect. So now we've got that, we can move on to generating our model. So we'll just click this plus button. I'm just going to copy and paste this really basic prompt here. You can see Sarah, a 28-year-old fitness coach and wellness advocate. And I'm just going to type in Sarah here, and we're just going to generate the model. Cool, so our model has been generated, looks good. Now we're going to come to this product section here, and we're just going to click this, and we can see the products that we have in the product section and the recent product we've created. We're just going to click on that and then hit add product. Now, if you wanted to have the same character for multiple products, all you'd need to do, say for Jesse, for example, we'll just duplicate the model, and then we can just literally just change the product there and then hit add product, which I will do now just to show you an example. And then that will, instead of Jessie holding nitro pump, she'll then be holding our new product here. So I'll come back when that has been done. Cool, so both of our model images with our new products have been completed. So let's take a look. Cool, so now you can see this model holding our new product, and then let's look at our new model here holding our product. Pretty cool, looks really nice with all the shadows and stuff like that. So now we're ready to actually start generating the frames for our video. So let's move over to the video section, and what we'll do, I'll just delete that there. So we will create a new video row here, and we will bring in our new model Sarah, and then we'll just give it basic video prompt. So let's just say we'll just keep it really simple. I believe that's the product name. Yeah, it is. Cool. So now we've got that sorted, we'll jump over to frames, and we will create the frames for our video. So one thing I wanted to mention as well, when you hit create frames, the status will automatically change to processing, and then once it's done, the status will update again. So I'll show you that in a second once it's completed. Okay, so our frames have now been generated. You can see the status has changed to frames done. Let's check out our frames. Perfect. So we've got 4 starting frames for our scenes. So now our frames are generated. Let's go to step 2 and generate our scenes. So status frames done. Let's click on create scenes. So you can see the status just changed to processing. So now we're just going to wait for our scenes to be generated, and then we can check them out and see if we want to continue and create a video or regenerate our scenes. Okay, so I just quickly wanted to mention while our scenes are generating that the reason why I had 4 frames in here is because I was testing with start and end frames. So what I've actually gone ahead and done is changed it to 3 frames because we're not actually using an end frame now. So just if I get any comments saying, oh, why are you using 4 frames? Just to clear that up, I've changed it to 3 frames now, and that was just for testing purposes when I was actually testing out the system. So now when you generate frames, you'll only get 3. So let's wait for this, wait for our scenes to be completed, check them out and see what we get. Okay, so our scenes have been generated. You can see the status has been updated to scenes done. Let's check them out then.
I researched pharmaceutical grade supplements endlessly. Discovering Kai Health Powder's premium quality standards finally gave me peace of mind. I really appreciate that this health powder is specifically formulated just for women's wellness needs. I've incorporated key health powder into my morning wellness routine right after my workout, and I'm loving the results.
Perfect. So as you can see, we've got 3 scenes, and now they're ready to combine into one video. So let's go to the 3rd step, and let's just click on create video. And what this is going to do is it's going to call the FFmpeg API via FAL, and it's going to combine our 3 clips together to create one video. Now, like I mentioned earlier, we can generate as many scenes as we want, and when we go into the setup stage in a second, I'll show you how to do that. But let's just wait for this to be done and look at the final product. Okay, so our video has been completed. The status has updated to completed. Now let's just have a look, see what we've got.
I researched pharmaceutical grade supplements endlessly. Discovering Kai Health Powder's premium quality standards finally gave me peace of mind. I really appreciate that this health powder is specifically formulated just for women's wellness needs. I've incorporated key health powder into my morning wellness routine right after my workout, and I'm loving the results.
Okay, so not perfect, but not bad. You can always come back to step 2, the scene step, and recreate the scenes, and keep going as many times as you want until you get the output that you want, essentially. So that is a quick run through of how the system actually works. Now I'm going to show you how to set the system up for yourself so you can start generating these UGC style videos for yourself. So let's jump into n8n. There's a few things you're going to need first. So if you head to my free school community in the description, you can get this Airtable base and the n8n workflow. You're also going to need Key AI, FAL AI, and then an OpenRouter account, and then we can go from there. So let's jump into n8n now, and I'll walk you through how to set this up for yourself. Okay, so we are inside of n8n now, and we are back to the workflow. I'm going to show you how to quickly set it up. Now, I've tried to make it as easy as possible for you to set this up. I've got every section color coded, and you'll see in the actual automations tab in the Airtable database that we have all of the different sections. They should match up to the color code. So product, and then we have two model ones, and then we have the video and the combine clips. So when you have the template downloaded, what you want to do, or what I would recommend that you do, is come in and just delete all these webhooks and then just add a new one. And then what you want to do is just grab your production URL and go through all of these and copy and paste it into this section. Now this, my webhook won't be here for you, it will be blank. So just go through one by one on your new webhooks and just copy and paste it into each corresponding automation, so that links up all for you. And then that's one big step out the way. Once you've done that, shouldn't take you too long. Then you want to click on these Airtable nodes and just make sure that you have your new Airtable base connected up. Go through, click on all of the Airtable modules and do that. Then moving on, you're gonna want to grab your Google AI Studio API key. Now I'll leave all the links to the description. I'll leave all the links in the description, for all of the API pages. But all you want to do for this one is really easy. You just come on here, create a new credential, and you just paste your API key straight in. So this is the API key page. Just create a new API key and just drop it in here, hit save, and then you're good to go there. Moving on to the other HTTP request nodes. They're slightly different, but we've gone through them on this channel before, but I'll just recap now just in case you haven't seen any of my other videos. For the key API key, you want to go to the key AI page and click on API keys. Again, I'll leave the links to these pages in the description for you. Create a new API key, come back to n8n. So generate new model, add product image, create video frames, and create scenes is all going to be using key AI. So come back up here, click on the first one. Where it says header auth, click this button here. Or if you don't have a credential, click on this, create a new credential. Now, for that name, you want to type in authorization. And for the value, I suggest you click on expression here. And then you want to type in bearer space and then paste your API key in there. Hit save and you'll be good to go. So again, authorization here, value, click on expression, type in bearer space, paste your API key in, hit save. Then once you've done that, just click on all these HTTP request modules. Sorry, I get my words mixed up. Click on all the HTTP request modules and make sure that you've got your credential set up. So click on header auth, click on your credential, and make sure that all this has the same credential on. Again, for create video frames, you should already have your Google credential set up from the first step. Get that connected, and then make sure these HTTP request modules are all linked up to your key AI API key. Now, when you make your key account, you want to deposit $5. Like I mentioned previously in the video, these UGC style videos are fairly cheap to make, to be honest, compared to a platform like ArcAds. Now, I'm not slagging off ArcAds in any way. They are, or it is, a great tool. It's just very expensive, and it can be done for way cheaper, like with this system. So once you've done that, then we're going to move on to the final step. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go to file.ai, and you want to find your API key. So let's see where it is. Cool. So if you come down to manage, come down, click on API keys, add a new key, come back to n8n. So this one's actually slightly different to the key AI one. You want to create a new credential. Again, authorization is the name, but this time in value, when you hit expression, instead of bearer, you want to do key, space, then paste your API key in, and then hit save, and then you'll be good to go. So again, authorization in the name, value, click on expression, key, space, paste your API key in, and hit save. Then that is good to go. Click on this HTTP request and make sure your file AI API key is there. One more thing is OpenRouter. So this is what we actually use to get and use different LLMs within our workflows. It keeps all of the billing in one spot, which I like, instead of like having multiple things coming out of your bank account like Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini. This just all comes out as OpenRouter. So really useful tool, and you can access pretty much any LLM model within OpenRouter. So come to OpenRouter, click on your account, click on keys, create a new API key, click on any of these nodes here, and again, create a new credential and just paste your OpenRouter API key in there and hit save. Then your system's ready to go. Make sure that you have the workflow activated and all of the automations in here activated, and everything should be good to go. So a really simple setup. Like I mentioned, everything is sectioned out for you to make it as easy as possible. If you have any questions for me, jump into my school community and just ask me there, because I'm active there all the time, way more than any other platform. But hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I just want to say that this is version 2 of this system. I have a version 3 coming out where we can actually go in and select the number of scenes. Actually, that's one thing that I forgot. I will show you how to do that now. If you did want to add in multiple different scenes, all you would do, come down to the frames generator, and where you see generate 3 starting frames, generate 3 frames, just change it to the number that you want, and then come down to here and just, you can see I have scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. Just add another scene in there. So just copy and paste that code, and then do exactly the same thing in this structured output parser. Then come down to the scene generator here and do exactly the same thing there. So if you want 5 or 6 scenes, then just copy and paste that as many times as you want, if that makes sense. But yeah, if you have any questions about this workflow, jump into my free school community. You'll find tons of different trainings there, tons of different workflows. I'm active there all the time. And you can download this template and the Airtable database from there. Thank you very much for watching this video. Loads of cool stuff planned, so make sure you hit the subscribe button.